Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Little Blue Fly. If this is your first time visiting, welcome, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. It's as simple as pressing that subscribe button, making sure to select all after you have tapped the notification bell. As always, I want to give a kind reminder to make sure that you either press like or dislike, but you know I prefer like, before this video is over, and feel free to leave a comment. Always, I love hearing comments from all of you. They are, gosh, they're so heartfelt and just so meaningful. And thank you all so much for leaving them. You all truly inspire me. Now, I want to ask something of all of you. I still have quite a bit more decorating to do here in the kitchen. So would you like for me, the next video, just to make it a tour video of the kitchen or another decorating video? Make sure to let me know in the comments. That being said, let's begin. Shall we? We're going to begin things here in the corner hutch. That it was a Facebook marketplace find. Love the colors, the black, the distressed look, and my table is filled with quite a bit of fall goodness. Not sure what all I'm going to use. But we're going to start from the bottom and we're going to work our way on up. Does that sound pretty good? We're going to begin things with this small wicker basket. I believe I just need to keep it here on the bottom shelf because it just works very well inside this unit. The colors help brighten things up inside the hutch. Next, I'm going to add in one of my fall chargers. They were purchased from Home Goods, and it was the copper bronzy tones that really drew me to these chargers. Just such a nice aged look, and again, it will help brighten the inside of the corner cabinet. Next up, we have these, you see the distressing at the edge of the plates. It's a very nice olive green, and it has leaves and acorns all around the rim. These were purchased from Hobby Lobby. So I've just placed a stack of those up inside the basket because we will be using them along with these fabulous plates from Williams-Sonoma. I love the green trim going around the edges. Botanical pumpkin is what they call this at Williams-Sonoma. So I placed a stack of those plates up. Next, I'm going to add in this little, I guess we'll just call it a wooden holder. I guess it can be called anything, but I'll just say a wooden holder. Now, these can get kind of dusty, so I'm going to share with you all how I clean my wood, and it is with Method Daily Wood Cleaner. This can be purchased at Target, and it smells very, very good. It has a almond scent to it, and it really does revive, you know, whether it be wicker or raw wood. It does a great job. And I'm going to add in this silverware that was purchased actually on clearance from Hobby Lobby inside the holder. I guess just holder. Oh, help me this morning. It's been busy. It's been a busy weekend. So anyhow, I placed both of them on the left and right hand side of the basket. Next, I have these napkins that I love using during the fall season. The outer one we place on our laps, and the inner we use. I love the colors, the fall tartan colors on this napkin. So again, the outer, we just place those down on our laps, and the inner, we use those. So I placed a nice stack up to the side, and then I added in some candles into one of the holders. And it just makes easy access to everything. So we're going to move on up the shelf, and we're going to add in this rooster picture that I actually purchased from a local nursery. I like how it's surrounded with the burlap, and it has the studs in, and it has an aged look to the print. And of course, the colors in the rooster are just gorgeous. It has those fire colors that I love. I love using the fall colors where it just seems like fire is coming out of them, lights. And now I'm going to add in this wreath that was purchased from Home Goods to lighten things up inside of the cabinet. So I have this little wooden stem. I purchased a few of them actually from Merrifield Garden. And I'm just going to wrap it around just to tone down the green a little bit and add in some of the fall nature. I guess that's one thing that I truly love about the fall season. It's not so manicured. So I'm leaving some of the branches up higher and some lower. Always going for that visual interest, always. I just don't like staying very uniform. The back I'm not so much going to worry about because we're not going to see that. So these branches are great. They will just twist and bend and turn any way you like them to. And I'm just going to add in some simple fall picks. Now, the name of the game with this is to, let's just call it tuck and hide. How about that? Just tuck in the stem and help the leaves to hide inside the greenery a little bit. We just don't want them all to just stand out. We want different colors, different textures. So you just weave them through. I'm going to have to work with that leaf a little bit. It keeps wanting to turn around, showing its backside. Well, whatever. There. I'm telling you, I'm having a day. this is really a fun process too. But then again, I love working with the floral. So see how much better that looks? You just weave it through and let all of the different colors of fall just pop out through the wreath. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. That's why it's nice purchasing wreaths that have a good body to them. You know, good bones, as I say. Because you're able to work with it. It has a lot more to offer. And now I want to warm things up a little bit more, so I'm going to add in these brown picks that were just purchased from Hobby Lobby. So I placed them on the outer edges, and now I'm going to add in a few of these little terracotta pots. It gives that great visual interest. I mean, by the time I get done decorating this wreath, I'm sure we're not going to be able to see the pots too much, but we will see them for sure. But I love to layer. And it's official, everyone. Fall is here. It's time to bring out the moss and have a good day. I couldn't hold back on my moss any longer. It was just time to bring it out. And the great thing, again, for those of you that are new, I love to work with moss because it just really helps floral arrangements to stand out and just look that much more natural. Because I don't think I'll ever stop using my faux florals. I know many people do not like them, but we must always stay true to ourselves, who we are, right? Decorate with what you love. You'll be happier for it. I promise you. So, anyhow, I'm adding in the moss to help make the arrangement look a little bit more natural. And I placed in these pumpkins that were purchased from Hobby Lobby. And it's berry season. It's always berry season here at the cottage. I don't care what season it is. I love working with berries. And these are nice because they just give that nice, a darker color, of course. And it's a nice, like, plum. I love working with touches of the plum color because it really works with the majority of colors, actually. So I'm just going to place a couple, one to the left and one to the right, and you can already see how it's pulling it together. And when I added in the darker color, it helps to highlight the lighter. Want to make sure I continue to weave things through. Never just put a piece of floral there. Always weave them through. Next, I just have this little piece that came off a fall spray. And I'm just going to tuck it in right here up front. I like how it has the traditional fall colors, the yellows and orange and red and green with a pine cone. Just gives a nice touch. And as you can see, the two berries and then this pine cone berry, I'm going in that triangular shape again. Even the pumpkins, the triangular shape. It's a very good rule to follow. And here we go. I'm going to place in the moss. Because why? It helps make your arrangements look more natural and really makes them pop out. It does. At least I think so. Oh gosh, and adding it next to that plum color, that's just everything, right? So I just keep slowly layering this piece. Now it's time to bring in some more naturals. Always add the naturals with the silks. I mean, you can really do what you like, right? it's just my suggestion. It helps make arrangements just look and feel that much more natural. So I have a couple little pieces that I still have to add in. You know, I get started on an arrangement and it's kind of hard for me to stop. But I believe I have achieved the look I'm going for. I pulled out many colors from the rooster print. But wait, that's right, there's more. I'm gonna add in a few oranges. And all this, again, is helping to brighten up the inside of the cabinet. Just tuck little pieces by the moss. Or I love working with oranges. They're so fresh. And look at that. Ah, I love fall. Its colors are, they're so soothing. And I do need a lot of soothing these days. It's been a tough week for me, but I try to keep my smile and keep my laughter. This next week it's going to be tough because it marks 1 year that I lost my my baby boy. So these colors, they are doing me really good right now. Give your babies kisses, everyone. And babies, give your parents kisses. So here we have all the colors. Now I believe I am done. Now Mr. Rooster, he's all dressed up for the fall season. And I added in a little bit of string lights down at the bottom behind the plate to lighten up the cabinet. Next up, I will be adding in these gorgeous gold gilded and aged wooden placemats. There was only 2 and I purchased both of them. They were at Merrifield's Garden. I love all the scroll work. I surely hope they come back with more of these because I'll purchase them. Place them to the left and right of the rooster, and as you can see, it just has transformed it so much by adding in that gold color. Things are really starting to lighten up in here. Next up, I will be adding in a couple candle holders. I purchased these from the at-home store and I darkened them up using some wax from Annie Sloan. I do have a tutorial on it from last year during fall where I made them this warm color. Now the next pieces that I'm going to add in just completes it. We'll just make this whole arrangement pop. Just one simple decor item. Look at that. Boom. Black and ivory striped candles from Mackenzie Childs. Now, I have not seen these for a very long time, and I only own these two right here. So I take special care of them. They are candle dusters, not candle burners. You heard that right. I have some candles that are just so pretty, I will not burn them. I will dust them. And others I will burn. And I will be adding one more thing to the candle holders. And we are going to move on up. The basket was purchased in California. I have this very large pumpkin. I do not remember where I purchased this from. It was either Home Goods or TJ Maxx or one of those shops. And we are going to place it inside my butt basket that I purchased when I was living in California. But it didn't want to fit. But Bev was determined to make it fit. So I started thinking, okay, come on, geometry. Let's make this work, Bev. Turn it upside down. And look, it's going to work. There we go. Don't ever underestimate the decorator. And next, I just have all these many different stems. I don't know whether I purchased this from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And here's another stem. So and then some berries that I need to cover up with my glaze. I do not, that's one of my pet peeves. I do not like broken berries. Anyhow, and I know now these fall leaves, they did come from Michael's. And I'm just, what I am going for, because I have quite a bit of empty space up above my hutch, I just want to add in some color. I want to lighten things up a bit. And this is going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to place different picks behind the pumpkin and just have them spray out in a wild fashion, because after all, nature grows out in the wild. We do not want to keep it uniform. This is just what the doctor ordered, working with all these lovely fall colors. Cannot even begin to tell you how much I needed this. So I'm just gonna keep tucking. And then sometimes, so this pick I love because how it branches out, how it has the brown branches. But sometimes, well not sometimes, many times when I'm decorating, as I'm working with the piece, it just, it changes. It evolves almost into its own character that it was meant to go into. So when I was working with this piece and adding in all the different leaves, you're about to see the pumpkin, I never intended for it to go a certain way, and it just worked its way into that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is when you're making an arrangement and then all of a sudden, you know, a piece, whether it be on accident or just chance, whatever it is, shifts, stand back a little bit and take a look at it, because you actually just might love that shift. And in this case, I did. So I'm just pulling this one back out a little bit more because it's trying to hide. And no hiding here. They must stand out. And I like to always stand back and look at my pieces after I've made them. And then it'll let me know, oh no, change this, Bev. Add a little more, take a little away. Now this is where the change is happening, right here. When I went in to place the pick, I just grabbed the pumpkin and it turned off to the side. That was not the vision at first, but I absolutely love it now. It just needed to go out and off to the side right there. Sometimes things pleasantly surprise us, right? Now I want to add in one more thing, and that is another one of these faux branches. And I'm just going to twist it around the handle a little bit and just let it naturally go to whatever place it finds, really, wherever it just naturally goes. Thought to place some right here, down by the side of the pumpkin. I don't know at this point who's being the difficult one, the branch or myself, but it needs to figure itself out. And here we have it. Looks like a pumpkin that is just growing beautifully out in the wild. I couldn't love it more. Now looking at it, I tell myself, you need to add a little more, Bev. Help me. Some dried naturals, always dried naturals. The pumpkin itself is a natural, but I needed to add in just a little, a different tone of light. These come in a very long stem. I purchased them from Michael's last year. So I just broke off a portion of the stem, and I'm going to place it over here to the side. Now, as you can see, just by even adding the one, it just brings a different light into the arrangement. Make sure to weave some of the leaves around and through. And now I believe we are finally finished. So I placed the basket back up on top. And as you can see, I had to fill up the corner area, bring in some color, not just wall. And I have a little bit of room to add something else up there. I can tell you it has quite a bit of chippy goodness on it. Love, love, love this lantern. It was a Facebook Marketplace find, although I believe Hobby Lobby used to sell them. They might even still sell them. I'm not sure. I haven't been to the lantern department lately. But anyhow, just look at all that goodness. I'm going to place it right up at top to bring in some light. Now my concern was, is this going to fit? Oh my goodness, this might not fit. I'm going to be so sad if it doesn't fit. And this has to be one of my favorite candles to decorate with. I have a couple of them. They are by Mikasa. I just love the color of this candle off and on. And it fit! Yay! Barely, but it fit. I cannot tell you how in love I am with this Hutch this fall season. Now to start vignette number 2, we are going to decorate inside my window. And we're going to start things off with this basket. I like how it has the gray weathered look. And it just so happens to be the perfect size for my window. And adding in baskets, see, it just makes things look so so cozy, so inviting. I love decorating with baskets. And here we go. This actually, I have a video on how I aged this rooster. He was originally white, and I wanted to warm him up and give him a very aged look, and I achieved that by using paint and wax. And again, I have a video on this, just a few videos back actually. He fits perfectly inside the basket. Just look at that, those tail feathers. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, he was purchased from the at-home store. I actually got him on clearance. There was just a couple of them, and one had a broken tail feather, so I was very happy that he was all in one piece. But I just love them feathers. Next, I'm going to add in a couple gourds, and these came from This and That Amish Outlet in Virginia. They have a few locations. Again, This and That. They have fabulous different types of primitive decor in there. They have decor pieces, they have furniture, pictures. I picked up a couple gourds and I'm going to add them in with the rooster. I kept one up and placed the other down on its side. And as you can see, that color, it's almost like a butterscotch color. It's starting to warm things up. Now we're gonna bring it alive with some dried oranges. Oh, they smell so good. Smell-o-vision time. And they're beautiful. Now it's been really busy, but I really want to do a tutorial on how you, oops, see that one? That one just ran away. How simple it is to get this look for these oranges. So I just placed them all around the gourds, added in a couple small gourds. It just brings warmth, and then it just makes it so refreshing, adding in all of the oranges. I mean, look, the orange is refreshing, whether we decorate with it, whether we are drinking orange juice, or we are eating a fresh orange. That's just the way it is. And next I want to warm things up just a bit more. And I'm going to, this piece came from out of my California goodies. They are preserved leaves inside of a terracotta pot. What makes this different is they're 2 open rings. And I like that. It's different from most of your topiaries that are out there. And that green really warmed up this window spot area right here. But I wanted to add a little bit more. I didn't like how the pot was just sitting there like so. I needed a little bit more depth. But I didn't want to take away from the terracotta pot. So I decided an open-faced wire basket would do the trick in the perfect buttercream yellow color. Yellow, it seems to be the color I am drawn to this fall. It's open so you can see the terracotta pot. I added in a little bit of moss, and I think this is going to be the winning ticket. And how about that? It is. Perfect. Now soon I'll be adding some sort of curtain. I'm not quite sure where I'm going yet with my windows in my kitchen. Just want to share with you how it's all flowing nicely so far. Now this area right here under the topiaries, this is another vignette that is going to be coming into play. But we're going to move over here in front of this fabulous French country mirror and lamps on top of my console and make a gorgeous fall vignette. And just look at the reflection. The reflection out of mirrors is everything. I mean, when you walk by it, especially in the evening and all the lights are on and a beautiful, colorful piece just reflects from the mirror, it's everything to me. I'm such a decorator. So I'm going to start things off by, this is a California piece. It was it was a very simple wreath that I went ahead and added in some grapevine leaves and some glass grapes. If you ever come across glass grapes, get them because they are beautiful. inside of decor. This wreath right here has a very nice Tuscan French country feel to it. And it works fabulous in front of the mirror. Now the mirror is actually in my Amazon storefront. I do not know if any are in stock, but it is a beautiful mirror to be had for sure. And next I'm going to add in some artichokes. And I love these because they're not plastic. They are actually cloth. It's made out of a very soft material, and it just helps make them look just that much more natural. I placed 2 to the left, and I'm not sure about this single one right here. I think that's right. Who's this? Hashtag Mr. Stunning. That's right. He came back on the scene. This beauty was a Facebook Marketplace find. 3 others came with him. And a serviceman actually brought him back from Germany. He said he purchased them many, many years ago. He is simply stunning. Look at those tail feathers. Gorgeous. Yes, he's a handsome fella. Oh, Mr. Stunning. So I placed him right in the center of the wreath, and then I decided to go ahead and move the artichoke and place it on the inside, back a little bit. All of his colors, I just stand there and just admire him. His reflection is everything. Excuse me. He has plums and greens and that terracotta color and oranges, and the burnt orange, the warm yellows, and so I'm going to do everything I can to bring all of the colors out and together. But whatever's next, it has to come strong because it's getting placed next to Mr. Stunning. So I placed in a couple plate stands, in some autumn wreaths from both of them came from Hobby Lobby. And I'm pulling out the orange and the burnt orange and the yellow colors from the rooster. And here we go. I thought, I think these chargers are going to work grand. Chargers just don't need to be on a table. They can go on walls, they can go on shelves, they can go on plate racks. They're so versatile, especially when you buy highly detailed chargers like these. The bronze goes perfectly. Now we're going to add in some green, the plates from Hobby Lobby. I thought the greens worked well together. It's pulling from the wreath and a little bit from Mr. Stunning. And up against this aged bronze coppery color, just, everything. Look at that. Ooh. I absolutely am loving where this is going. Now I need to add another special piece, and I found these again on Facebook Marketplace. They are, they're vintage, and they're just like little copper plate pictures of roosters. I have 2 of them. and I thought that they would work nicely. And instead of placing it up, I thought, let's drop it down. And I think it's pretty magical. I am absolutely loving this right now. I couldn't be more pleased with this vignette. And the lamps, I have some similar to these. They are in my Amazon storefront under my lighting. And I believe these can still be purchased at Horchow. But now what I'm going to do with the orange wreaths is I'm going to tone them down a bit and make them look a little bit more natural by adding in naturals. So as you can see, I have all the naturals plugged in. It has toned the colors down. They all come together. And I added in some lighting. And the votives came from Hobby Lobby. And the reflection out of the mirror is everything.